So, hey guys, George here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reacting to my 21-22 Premier League predictions. Now guys, this is going to be like the 40th video we've done on the Premier League this year in the 21-22 season. There's a playlist that can be linked down below. I'll link the first predictions video as well if you want to go and watch the original one. And yeah, let's get straight into my first prediction. Right, okay, so you can see on that side is the table that I was predicting. I'm going to put a different table up on top of it, which has got all the teams and with the differences and stuff. So, who did I predict in 20th?
That's right, and this side is where the points are going to go. So, yeah, let's kick it off straight away. So, in 20th, we have got Norwich City.
Okay, not bad. Not bad for a start. We've got a spot on prediction that is way earlier than last year. So, you'll love to see it. Norwich in 20th. Lovely. Let's go and see who I put in 19th. And unfortunately, Watford are down because we got them in 19th as well. We are starting this off absolutely fantastically. We've done really well so far. That's 2 right out of 2. Let's see who I put 18th.
So I put Southampton.
Interesting, George, going for Southampton there. I'm not so sure about that one because we got that one horribly wrong, as you can see. Well, not horribly, they ended up finishing 15th, so 3 spots off is not the end of the world, but still fairly poor from you there, George. So quite a way off with Southampton. Hopefully we can improve next year. That's our first wrong prediction.
Burnley.
Very interesting because we could have got this one right on the final day, but it was Burnley who went down in the end. They started today in 17th, so we could have got that one spot on as well. Unfortunately, you know, we finished with not the one we wanted, but it's all right. It's not the end of the world. Like, Burnley, one off, we don't mind it. Decent prediction. The first terribly wrong prediction. Brighton ended up finishing 9th this season, slipping in with their win over West Ham on the final day. So 7 off there, George. Well done. That's going to hurt the points total.
One of the newly promoted teams, and it's Brentford. Now look.
Okay. Not a bad prediction with Brentford. I don't mind that. I don't mind that because we're only 2 off them and it was very close. Now, Brentford, you know, a good season. It looked slightly worrying at one point that they could go down, maybe quite a bit earlier in the season, but they've done very well, some great results. 3-3 draw against Liverpool notably. And yeah, Brentford, pretty good season for their first in the Prem.
We have got Newcastle United.
Okay, again, not bad. Now, we didn't really know at the start of the season that the Newcastle takeover was going to happen because, of course, they started off absolutely terribly, languishing down in the bottom 3. So, you know, we've not done terribly there. We're only 3 off, and, I mean, we're getting fairly consistently so far. So, not bad. Good prediction, George, with Newcastle.
It is Crystal Palace. Now,
Again, not a bad prediction at all. Palace ended up finishing 12th. We were only 1 point off. Position off, sorry. And yeah, decent season for Palace, mid-table. Again, they'll be happy with it. Patrick Vieira, great for his first season as manager.
it is Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Now this is an interesting one because Wolves are absolutely fantastic this season. You know, they've really climbed up from where they were. They were finishing like 13th the season before, and then, you know, they were in 8th at one point and not doing too badly at all. Now a poor end to the season puts them in 12th. No, not 12th, 10th, sorry. But still, a decent prediction again, only 2 off.
Then in 11th, it is Aston Villa now.
Okay, George, you've done okay again. Now, I did predict Aston Villa would fall after Jack Grealish, you know, after they lost him to Man City. But they've done worse than I think we thought they were going to. I mean, with Steven Gerrard coming in, he picked things up. Coutinho as well, being really key to that. Because Villa were very, very poor at one point, but then they've come back and a decent finish in 14th. Not bad for Aston Villa. Decent prediction for George. We'll take that.
We have got West Ham United.
Okay, George. Interesting prediction. Now, I remember saying that West Ham's Europa League. Terrible picture of me there. That's a bit better. I remember saying West Ham and Europa League is going to hurt them a little bit, and it didn't really, to be fair to them. They got very far in it to the semi-finals, losing out to Frankfurt, and then a really good season, and you would say that they deserve 6th position as well over the team that was in 6th.
And we have got Everton.
Okay, another interesting one. Now, I thought Everton were going to be really strong with Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison. You know, they had good players come in January with Dele Alli and Donny van de Beek, but they couldn't really make the difference, and it did look like Everton could be going down. Anyway, they did manage to recover it, of course, ending up finishing in 16th. So, not the end of the world for Everton fans, but, I mean, it looked very shaky at one point. A poor prediction from me, though. 7 places off. Okay, 8th, Leeds. Again, poor prediction. I thought they were going to be absolutely fantastic after they were last season finishing fairly highly. I think they finished 9th in 2020-21. This season, 17th, nearly getting relegated. Just about winning on the final day against Brentford in the last minute and staying up instead of Burnley. So, big result for Leeds to stay in the Prem. But poor prediction from George in the end. So, yeah, Leeds in 8th, Leeds were in 17th.
In 7th, it's Tottenham.
Oh dear, George. Tottenham in 7th. What were you thinking? Tottenham finished 4th this season and they got Champions League for the first time since 2019-20. Fantastic for Tottenham. Conte coming in really helped. It did not look good as Nuno came in the summer. Even after that first day win against Manchester City, it went downhill, but they recovered it and they've done very, very well. Finishing 4th under Conte is a great result for Spurs.
And in 6th, it's Arsenal.
Okay, not a bad prediction here. I thought Arsenal would improve after last season, and they did indeed. Really, though, they should have got top 4 under Mikel Arteta and bottled it right at the end. Arsenal poor from them in the last few games, especially that Newcastle one, which they could have secured it, but they didn't, and just didn't look to have the fight or the desire, so Tottenham took it. Arsenal, though, I predicted they'd improve, and they finished 5th. I predicted 6th, not a bad prediction again.
Well, I think it will be. I think that's...
Now, you can say 13 heartbreak because they didn't get Champions League, but they also ended up finishing in 8th. So, a decent season for Leicester, but not kind of what they've had like over the past few seasons. But yeah, not bad, decent season for Leicester, you could say.
I put Liverpool.
Wow, bold prediction. Bold prediction now. I did say Liverpool are an unknown team, and well, they were an unknown team because they had a really poor season the season before, and then, you know, they could have challenged Liverpool, they could have challenged City for the title, and they did challenge City for the title. It looked like they could have won it. If they did not draw to Tottenham, then they would have won the league. But there you go, Liverpool losing out, finishing 2nd. Again, not a great prediction really, but Liverpool were an unknown, so you can't say much. But yeah, I put Liverpool in 4th, they finished 2nd, not a bad prediction. Okay, 3rd then.
Well, in 3rd position we have got Chelsea.
Okay, spot on, George. Well done, great prediction. Now, it did look like Chelsea were going to be challenging for the title at the start of the season, and they indeed were. I remember that Man City-Chelsea match was a very key one before Liverpool came fighting back. And, you know, they did very, very well, Chelsea, but they fell towards the end of the season, especially because of all the Abramovich stuff. But yeah, Chelsea finishing 3rd. I predicted 3rd. Well done, George. That's your 3rd prediction. We've already beaten last season because we only got 2 right last season. We got 3 this season. Let's see what happened with 1st and 2nd. What were you thinking, George? What were you thinking? Of course City were going to win the league, and they won it in style as well on the last day. Manchester City, you know, finishing 1st. Again, a wrong prediction. I predicted them to win the league last season. Didn't do it again this year. Poor from me, really. But there you go. Only 1 off. Not the worst. Not the end of the world again. Yeah, Man City 1st. Predicted them 2nd, but it's fine. Anyway, yeah, we move on. Not bad prediction, George. Okay, guys. It gets worse. I'll just let you watch.
Now in 1st, this is a very controversial one. I know I put Manchester United. Now, but let me explain myself. So
the fact that I have to say let me explain myself shows that it's a terrible prediction, because why on earth did I put Manchester United in 1st? This was even before they got Ronaldo. Now that could be acceptable for predicting that they were going to get 1st. And I only said they'll get a title challenge really if they get a midfielder, and they didn't get a midfielder, so really what was I thinking? Now, I wasn't being biased, to be fair, because I did say the signings of Varane and Sancho would help, but in the end they really didn't, and it was a poor season for United. Their worst probably in the past, well, in the Premier League era. What, 58 points? Absolutely terrible. But Manchester United finishing 6th with 5 points being added onto our score as we were 5 places out. George, that's your probably your worst prediction of all. Right then, guys, so let's have a little look at how many points we got. If we add up all the differences on the table, I can tell you that, well, last season we got 61 points. So can we improve on it this season? We got 3 correct this season instead of only 2 last season. Can we get less points? Remember, less points is the better. Here we go. And we got 55 points, which you do not mind at all. Better than last season. Big improvement. Well, by 6 points. But, I mean, getting the relegation club spot on and not massively far out like last season has really helped us there. But still some poor predictions. So hopefully next season we can get them more spot on. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me. Thank you so much for watching the video. Remember, there's a playlist of all the Premier League videos, including predictions, game week predictions and all that and stuff. So, yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed it this season. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. And, yeah, thank you, guys. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. For now, it's George, out.